All right, you're good.
All right. But Gary, nothing bigger than 5 feet will fit. 5 feet maximum. No, Marcia, 6'6" minimum. Now, have you ever had a discussion or, let's say, an argument with your spouse or significant other? Now, since I'm pretty sure that everybody would either answer yes or they were lying, I'm going to guess that you can picture the situation. This was my wife and I in the middle of our living room discussing where and how big we would get the grand piano I was about to acquire. But Sweet Lips, anything larger than 5'5" won't fit, but it has to be at least 6'6" for good sound, honey cheeks. Now, I just made up those nicknames because the ones we actually use are even more embarrassing. But my wife and I, we were standing and talking about this piano. And I had always wanted to get a piano. I've always wanted to get a grand piano. And about 5 years ago, I got some extra money from my company. And so I thought, now's the time to pull the trigger. First, of course, I had to pass it by the Household Finance Committee. But, Marcia, you know that I've always wanted a grand piano. And that was true. And who knows when we'll have the money again? Also true. And besides, wouldn't you like to have a good piano for our daughter Danning to practice on? He shoots. He scores. I loved my piano. It was like when you get a new car. You know how you park it way out in the middle of nowhere so nobody will bump it? And then you get out, you kind of stop, you turn around, and you sort of look at it lovingly. And then you real quick hope nobody saw you. or when you have a child, you send out announcements to everybody you know. Has pictures of the baby in there. You even take the picture of your baby and you make it your screensaver on the computer. True story. The screensaver on my computer is my piano. But I have my kids on my phone. But over time you forget. You walk out of that car and you walk away without a second look. Or the piano. Now my piano has a humidifier system. It keeps the strings and the wood in good shape. And you have to do maintenance on it every now and again. Well, every now and again, I'll just forget about it. I'll neglect it. And when that happens, it's got a little red light on the front. And the little red light flashes, as if to say, I need attention, I need attention, I need attention. Well, one busy Saturday, I walked downstairs and I saw my piano standing there. Its red light flashing. I need attention. I need attention. But then I smelled the coffee and I thought, I'll take care of it later. My beloved piano had become just another piece of furniture. I walked into the kitchen and there at the table was sitting eating breakfast my beloved daughter, Danning. She was eating Rice Krispies. I remember that because of the snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. I could hear that because the room was nearly silent. I walked into the kitchen. We barely even grunted good morning at each other. Danning broke the silence. Dad, can you pick me up today after rock climbing? Now, when she first started going rock climbing, I used to love to go pick her up. I would go out, we'd have a nice little drive back home, and then we'd go to lunch afterwards. Usually go to her favorite restaurant, Chick-fil-A. No, it's not only hers. We'd go to Chick-fil-A, and we would enjoy lunch together. And we would talk. We would talk about her climbs for the day. We'd talk about her friends. Just talk about life. But now, I'm thinking, oh man, I cannot wait until you can drive so that I don't have to give up a precious hour of my day to be with my daughter. But if you're lucky, sometimes you get a wake-up call before it's too late. In my case, it was the Halloween before that. Now, my wife and I, we love Halloween. We love to have all the little kids come up in costume. Okay, well, one of us loves Halloween. Okay, it's me. I love to see the little kids come up, all the cute little kids, and I love to have the little conversations with their parents, usually about the cute little kids. Well, this one Halloween, there was this little 3-foot-tall Godzilla, and I was handing him candy. And I noticed his mom sort of looking intently into our living room window. I must have startled her because she sort of blurted out, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking at your piano. It's beautiful. I've always wanted a grand piano." I thanked her, closed the door, and as I turned back to the piano, I thought, you know what? It is beautiful. And I love it too. But you know, my life has gotten so busy that I've been neglecting it. And here it is, the red light flashing. I need attention. I need attention. Back in the kitchen with my daughter, Danning was still waiting for my answer. "So, Dad, can you pick me up from rock climbing today?" I need attention. I need attention. "Sure, honey. I'd be glad to. Afterwards, you want to go out to Chick-fil-A? We can talk." Now, I wish I could say that I've always applied the lesson that I learned from Godzilla's mom. I haven't. Too many times, I haven't appreciated the things, and especially the people in my life. My daughter, my son, my wife, who I was arguing in the living room with. Is there somebody in your life who maybe their light is flashing red? Next time, let's remember the lesson of the piano and Godzilla's mom.